Hey everyone, it's Liam Caddison here, and we're reacting to RWBY as we get into episode number 7 of Volume 8, this episode being the last episode before February of 2021. I have no idea how I'm going to cope until then, especially with all the dread in the atmosphere at Remnant, but we'll find a way. No, obviously this wasn't planned. I believe there would have been a break if the world wasn't on fire, like, for a week, because, of course, next week would be Christmas. But given what's currently going on in the world right now and people working at home, it's understandable why the RWBY are waiting until February 2021 until RWBY can resume again. So, yeah. But in the meantime, I know I've said this before, but just in case people have missed the memo, between this episode and the next episode, I do plan to react to Red versus Blue Zero, because people have been asking about that, but when normal service for this channel resumes in 2021, be on the lookout for Red versus Blue Zero, so there is that. Yeah, because after this weekend, or this weekend of recording, should I say, I do plan to relax stuff in terms of content that I will be putting out, but there will still be videos coming out, such as Buffy and Once Upon a Time, but also, hopefully, when this video is public, barring any blocks, touch wood, there should be, well, one video should be out of the 3. There should be Back to the Future reactions to enjoy. So, but yeah, enough with the teasing. Let's get into despair. Or what am I talking about? It's happiness, because it's RWBY, so yay. It should be a very interesting episode. Last episode was very great, especially since we had Cinder backstory, and seeing how we did feel sorry for her, though it doesn't, it doesn't wash away what she's done in the past volumes of RWBY, but you do feel sorry for the abuse she went through when she was 10, I believe she was. Well, not just that, but younger as well. But it was a great episode. Salem has arrived at Atlas, so great. It's all great. It's all sunshine and rainbows at the minute. But yeah, I'm excited to see how we do end things until February 2021. So with that said, let's get into RWBY episode 7 of Volume 8. Let's go. Maybe I should learn the lyrics in between the break. But I don't know if I'll be able to, like, vocalize the singing like I used to do back in the day. Because there are some really high notes that I'm not going to dare to attempt. But yeah, I've got an actually interesting idea, actually. In between the wait for more RWBY, I'm going to allow you guys to comment your predictions in the comments below in this video. So if you've got any predictions for what's going to happen in the second half of RWBY Volume 8, lay them on me, because it will be very interesting to read them and see if any come to fruition. So fingers crossed they don't. Because I don't know if we can live with bringing more despair into the world of Remnant. But yeah, comment away. It will be very, very interesting to read certain predictions. I just have a feeling like death is going to emerge. It's ominous. It's too peaceful. Oh, there we go. Oh, man. Those mechs. there any apathy like I saw? There it is! No! Why? Because I saw that last week and I want them to burn in hell. Good luck, people.
Yes, sir?
I am evacuating all citizens to the subway. Prepare Manta Squad Omega and dispatch to every part of Atlas.
Now we're doing this?
But, sir.
Now!
Citizens of Atlas, please proceed to the nearest underground subway stations for shelter.
I love it. End times is happening and we're having a picnic, of course. I know Atlas wasn't affected, but...
Dad? Look!
Oh no. Oh, Lady, move! Move!
We can't get the hardline shields back up, sir. The generators took too much damage. Then don't waste resources on them. Beta Squad, the creature.
We tried bombs, missiles, but we can't make a dent, sir.
Sir.
Wait.
Schnee here. Penny is still MIA, but we've apprehended Ark, Xiaolong, and Ren.
I was gonna say, did they arrest them? What the hell?
Yes, sir. Of course.
Still just following orders.
Oh man.
That's where the Grim took Oscar. It's even bigger than I thought. Grim don't take prisoners.
This one did.
If you would just let us go.
Ceasefire. Manta Squads, concentrate on secondary
Don't dismiss her
hostiles.
comments.
Command is working on a solution for the creature.
What do you have in mind, sir?
We aren't making any progress attacking the thing from the outside. But from the inside, it could be vulnerable. Science team is putting together a bomb. When it's ready, we'll drop it off as close to the target as possible. Then your team will
that's...
deliver it on foot. Sending you rendezvous coordinates now.
Of course, sir. We will hold the point and we will get it done.
No reaction there.
You can't do this!
Yeah, there's a conflict there. I love this. This nice piano melody. And you got Salem there. M? M, what are we doing? Oh. Good on Emerald. Oh, I'm loving this.
That stunt you pulled. She'd have killed you if you didn't just pop up somewhere else. Still,
Jeez.
you can make things easier on yourself if you start telling the truth.
You've never wondered why she recruited you. You, specifically, to help her find the relics.
We share a vision. She's gonna create a new world order. No kingdoms. And no Huntsman Academies.
Sounds like a happy paradise.
No. When Salem gets all 4 relics, there will be no worlds left at all. Don't you get it? She's been alive longer than you can comprehend.
Don't know
All
the
she
full
craves now is
story, buddy.
release. Death.
Stop lying! Salem can't be killed. When she came for me, I killed
This
her
is
over and over
barbaric.
again. The longest she was gone was only a few hours. Before she put
What?
herself back together. When I couldn't lift my arms anymore, she showed me that through her, I could have the vengeance I needed.
Oh, Hazel.
That's how you join. Wow.
Don't you see that is why she came for you? Because she could make you believe that this is what you needed?
This is what you deserve!
Yes! But Oscar, the people of Atlas, Remnant,
Oscar doesn't.
you haven't done what you've done for justice. You've done it for yourself. Because she pushed you to think it would help you. has it?
That's it. Has it. There is belief and realization. Damn, some interesting backstory with Hazel.
Am I good for? How is she?
I've done what I can, but she needs a doctor.
Hopefully May's able to reach the others. I really hope they're okay. Salem's monster is making Grimm faster than the Atlas military can kill them. The city won't stand a chance unless we stop it.
It's massive. Way bigger than a Leviathan. What can we even do?
Penny launched Amity, and our message went out. Do we just wait for someone to come? If they even come.
How many more people can we risk? That's the thing. Like as Y said.
Fiona said your friends haven't been heard from in a while.
People
Unfortunately,
don't come.
The last thing they're worried about is a couple of kids. Come on. I've got the ship ready to head back and...
What? We can't leave.
It's chaos at the crater. Atlas has its army, but Mantle only has us. People are dying.
People are dying here, too. Don't you have family in Atlas?
No. Mantle needed me. And to the Marigolds, that meant I wasn't their son anymore. And I made sure that everyone knew that I wasn't their daughter. So forget them.
Oh, May!
Yours have Whitley. You get what I'm saying.
I don't know about...
Which side are you on, anyway?
We've heard that before.
Mm-hmm.
There are no sides. We want to help everyone. We're all facing Salem together. And together is the only way we're going to get out of it.
RWBY. Voice of reason.
So how exactly do we get out of it?
So long as this world turns, you shall walk its face.
Oh!
Cast upon her. But if Salem can divide humanity beyond repair,
I'm not sure if I should be scared about where this could be going with Whitley.
She believes that maybe their curse will be broken. The gods will rule against us and destroy Remnant once and for all.
Nice story. But if Gretchen's death taught me one thing, it was never to trust you.
Please, let me.
But Oscar...
You want him to trust us, and trust me.
Let Oscar speak through, because he's not going to listen to Oz.
Her name is Jin.
Huh?
You want her to come out of the lamp? Just say her name. She can still answer one more question.
After all that, you're just going to give Salem the password?
No. I'm giving you the password. And hoping you'll find the truth
Trust.
for yourself.
He's giving you trust. A reason to listen to...
He's a
And now
prisoner,
Emerald's
he'll say
listened
what
to
he
all
thinks
of
will get
this.
him out.
Oh.
So you're still going to Vacuo? After what I just told you?
Those are Salem's new orders. And I know better than to disobey Salem.
Oh.
But...
Look, even if what he said was true, we can't stop Salem. You told me yourself. Hazel tried. He failed, and he got in line. Big guy's not gonna pick fights he can't win. Neither should we.
I mean, you could see why they're not,
And
like...
all of this is pointless anyway.
bothering.
Salem's not ending the world. Of course she is. You're surprised?
Now everyone knows.
Is destruction incarnate. Our mistress wishes to see the end of it all. There is no
Mercury's just
more
freaked.
beautiful. If you couldn't see that from the start, you must be out of your mind.
The irony.
Come along,
The audacity.
You and I have a date with the desert.
So they're heading to Vacuo. Okay. Interesting stuff. He's just following his orders. He's loyal. but you can see that there is now the doubt is now spreading from Hazel to Emerald.
Cannot wait.
Please, Winter, give us a chance to try to rescue him first. We could be your test run. You don't know what'll be waiting for you inside, right? So we can go ahead to check it out. And look for Oscar while we're inside.
You want to go inside that thing alone?
Wouldn't you do it for Elm? Harriet? Vine?
We don't let
They didn't
feelings get in the
consider
way of making the right
each other.
call. Trading 3 lives for
There we
one
go.
is stupid.
They didn't consider each other friends.
He's our friend. We will do whatever it takes to find him. Because we care about him.
I really had you pegged as the most level-headed of the bunch, but I guess you're just as naive.
Harry, sit down!
Don't matter. The job matters. When you lose someone on your team, you move on. Replace them. Like Marrow replaced
That is an
Cortega,
inhumane...
and Winter replaced...
No! No one is replaceable.
Have that compassion, Ren! Ren, wait!
You really believe that? You are furious about losing Clover.
Oh, hang on.
And you...
What's...
You miss...
Hang on. Sorry about that there. My thing just disconnected, so... Okay.
Miss him.
You don't know anything about me!
Is his power is his semblance evolving? He can see the emotion.
Lost against Team RWBY. You try to fight how you feel about each other, so you'll never truly work as a team.
Shut up!
Ren!
Everyone calm down.
Good on Ren though. His semblance has evolved so he
We'll
can
drop
read.
you as close as we can to the monster.
You can't be serious. They're fugitives and traitors.
I outrank you.
Put a carry in a
We
place.
drop the payload, no matter what.
We understand.
It's all about the chance. Good on Winter. Good on Ren for his semblance evolving.
You don't like this either. In fact, you don't want to be a part of it at all anymore.
I have a job to do, and I'm going to do it.
Ren sees everything. It's so beautiful.
I know you don't either.
Oh, that conflict. I'm here for this, Ren!
Oh, wait, what about Crow and Robin?
How he's
Or
now
maybe we give
sensing
her wherever they're
everything,
being
every
held.
emotion
No,
for
see,
everyone.
You just don't get it. This is not a situation where everyone wins. Now you all can come with me to help in Mantle, or I can drop you off near the front lines if you still want to help Atlas. Your uncle and Robin can't save us. We have to choose. So choose.
There's a lot of... Oh. Here we go.
Miss Needs.
Clyde!
I heard there was a patient here who needed my help.
I am so sorry, Klein. It's my fault that Father...
Please don't worry, my snowflake. It had nothing to do with you. And everything to do with Jacques.
Yes! The legend has returned!
Sweet of you. But wait, how did you know...
Ah, young Whitley, I'm so glad that you rang. May I please see the patient?
Whitley!
I understand it's urgent.
Yes, she's in Weiss's room. Just go up there.
I haven't been gone that long, Master Whitley. I believe I can find it.
Good on Whitley. Wow, Whitley!
You called Klein.
That girl needs a doctor. I didn't do it for you.
I know.
But that was still
That's why it means
compassionate.
so much to me.
You did good, buddy. You... Oh... You're earning gold stars, buddy. Yes, I betrayed you. Gave you hope and then take it away. Oh no. Penny!
I'm sorry.
Penny! Oh no. And what has the keys to her? Well, this should be fun, but wow, we are seeing strands of growth, like, not just in terms of characters and their semblances, but my appreciation as well. Whitley! And I say this as someone who just wanted him to be yeeted into the atmosphere. He's good. He did good. And I'm really glad that he's, you know, opening the door for compassion, because there was that tease earlier this season. And I'm really, really glad that, you know, Whitley helped, so... And Klein's back, so... Yeah. Remind me how I am going to wait until February after... You know, that was after that amazing episode of RWBY. I really loved it, especially with how it created a big conflicted mess for all sides, because we had everyone, I guess, butt heads with other people in terms of their own retrospective missions and what should be done, because we had Blake, Ruby, Weiss, they wanted to stay behind. May wanted to leave for Mantle, but the situation, as we know, has gotten tremendously worse at Atlas, and you know, Ruby, Blake, and Weiss, they want to help as much as they can. We also had Yang, Jean, and Ren. They wanted to save Oscar, but the Aesops were being very, very shitty, so yeah. And even Hazel, he was, you know, we saw the doubts start to creep into his head in the last episode, but they were extrapolated in this episode. And not just that, though, but the seeds of doubt have now spreaded to Emerald, and I'm really excited to see what's going to happen with Emerald. Like, is she going to steal the lamp now that because here's the thing, with Hazel, he does have a semblance of doubt, but I feel like Emerald has a lot more, like, is worried a lot more, if that makes sense. So I'm wondering if Emerald's gonna take the lamp and try to betray. I'm just really worried that this could end really, really badly for Emerald. So yeah, and Cinder's gonna return to a dead Emerald. So yeah, but I'm interested to see where this goes. But yeah, I like the aspect that Tyrion knew everything regarding Salem and her plan. Like, everyone else was in the dark, but Tyrion wasn't. Would it make sense, though, because Tyrion is unhinged. He's not as level-headed as everyone else, so... Yeah, but I'm assuming that this is Tyrion and Mercury's goodbye from this volume, with them leaving to Vacuo. So I'm assuming we'll pick up with them in volume 9. So there is that potential. But now that Mercury has been told that, you know what, Salem's not going to end the world. It's all well and good. And you know what, even so, Salem can't be beat. And if you can't beat them, but now that he's been told, is he going to start, you know, I don't know. I don't know if he's going to start having a shred of doubt, because he seems very, very stiff in terms of where his loyalties lie. Like, all of Salem's forces have their own emotions going on in terms of Salem, because, of course, the plan is to have everyone turn against Salem. But everyone is reacting on a differently. Like I said, Emerald and Hazel, yeah, they do have that doubt, but like I said, Emerald's worried a lot more than Hazel is, if that makes sense. So yeah. So it's going to be very interesting to see what does happen. I would like to pick up again with Mercury now that he's been told, oh, yeah, well, about that end of days plan, that is actually happening. I am really interested to see that develop, but we shall wait and see. Maybe it will in Volume 9, like I said. But for me, it seems like they are writing out those two for the remainder of Volume 8, if anything. So... but we shall see, because I don't because well, obviously after Atlas we have to go to Vacuo next, but for the duration of Volume 8 I don't see us leaving Atlas / Mantle, so yeah, but we will wait and see. But yeah, I really loved not just focusing on the different levels of emotions that Salem's Forces is going through, but also we had a bit of detail regarding how Hazel met Salem and how he kept killing her and realized, nothing was like, despite his efforts, nothing was cutting it for him. So yeah, and he realized it was hopeless to have her beaten, and Salem gave him that belief that he could have that closure in a sense. So, but we have Oz, well, it was Ozpin who was saying, is it right in the end? Is it the right direction to go in? So, whilst he's still trying to worsen the injury of doubt in Hazel's mind. So, I liked that little bit of backstory. We had some very interesting the beginning shot with it being so peaceful and then the Grim attacking. I thought that was really well done, and I don't know why, I just love the piano melody that was going on in the background when Salem was there. It's I don't know, for some reason that rings classic supervillain vibes for me. That rings big villain energy. So yeah, but it was a really good opening shot. We had May. I loved May's story in this, like how not just was she like debating with 3/4 of Team RWBY about leaving Atlas, but we had her come out as trans, and it seems like her family did disown her as well, given by her language. So yeah, but it was. I think it's been stated before. I don't know if it's been stated in the show, but I think it's been stated before that May is trans, and we now have affirmation from May herself that she is trans. So I thought that was really powerful stuff, and not just that though, but her going into a bit of backstory when Weiss was like, "Do you have family?" Because that's it. Weiss, like, for May, she does care about Mantle. Mantle has seemingly accepted her. And if what I fear is true, then, it really hits hard for May, because of the fact that Mantle means a great deal for her life. But not just that, though. With Weiss, she not only, she's not only worried about her family, but everyone else as well. And, it's understandable why the team just, especially now that the situation has worsened, it's understandable why the three wants to stay behind. But it seems, it is understandable why May wants to head to Mantle as well. So, yeah, but it was really good going into that conflict. The Aesops, testing the waters. They are testing the waters. But we had them talk about the fact that they don't see each other as friends compared to RWBY and Team Juniper. I guess, or Team Orange is in it now, because Juniper, yeah. Anyways, bringing back some uncomfortable memories with Pyrrha. But we have had that affirmation before that the Aesops don't see each other as friends. But the way that Harry came out with that language saying, you know what, if someone dies, we move on, they get replaced, we won't lose sleep at night. The way she was just vocalizing that, it was just very hot. It was just very vulgar, and yeah. I'm gonna come back to that moment in a bit, because I've just thought of something. going to Emerald. I do suspect she could steal the lamp, but there was a Grim on the ceiling. I'm worried. I'm furthermore worried because the Grim would have maybe heard all of that commotion going on. So what if the Grim, this could be another intellectual Grim as well, because I think the intellectual Grim that was Salem's loyal dog, it went off to try and retrieve the relic, didn't it? So yeah, but I can imagine that that's not going to be unresolved, that Grim on the ceiling, especially with Emerald's doubt. So yeah, I'm really, really worried to see where things could potentially go down there. But yeah, I just had to get that out there because something just clicked in my mind and I'm like, okay, I need to get this out there. So yeah, going back to the Aesops with Yang, Jean and Ren, yeah, like I said, they've stated before that they don't see each other as friends, but the way that they came out with like their vulgarness in how they see like people who they deem as lost causes is it's just very, very disheartening. So yeah, it was just really, really it was just really, really, what's the word? It was just really, really terrible seeing them just react like that. Yeah, Ren was already getting my full support anyways with how he rightfully told Harry to zip it, essentially, with the fact that he does care for Oscar and that, feeling for other people, it's not a crime, oddly enough, to the Aesops. So yeah, and how harsh it is to think of, your teammates as expendable. Like, okay, that person's dead, next. Yeah. He was already getting my full support, especially since he's been wrestling with a lot of emotions since episode 4, of course, was, revealed the full thing, the full beans with Ren and how he's been bottling up those emotions. So it was really good to see that there. But the elephant in the room, his semblance has evolved to the point where he can read emotions. Oh, that was so glorious. And, this opens the door for quite a few possibilities, in my opinion. From what I can gather, obviously the petals do represent a certain emotion. The color of the petals represent a certain emotion. For Harry, there was anger. Marrow had blue petals, and I'm wondering if there is remorse. If that is remorse, should I say? I'm more. I believe that is the case, especially with Ren's comments to Marrow and Winter as well, about how he doesn't feel comfortable with this whole situation. So there is that uncomfort, there is that regret for the blue petals. Green seems to be like calm, I'm guessing. Pink, that surrounded Ren when he first discovered what was happening, I think that is shock, if anything, because not just were we shocked, but he was shocked as well at what the heck was going on. So, yeah, I'm not so sure about yellow. But yeah, like you said, this does open the door for a few possibilities. I'm being a bit optimistic, but maybe this could force Bumblebee together, like you can see, or like the aura of love potentially surrounding both Blake and Yang. This could possibly repair the bridge between Ren and Nora, because there's a bit of tension going on there, of course. But also, I feel like this could pivotally be, since they've been given the green light to go and try and rescue Oscar, they could confront Hazel, who's already feeling that conflict, and they could turn him to the light side. He's going to sense his aura potentially, and this might be the final nail in the coffin in terms of having Hazel turn his back on Salem. So, not to say that Hazel will potentially make it out alive, because I do feel like death will come on Salem's side. I am more so worried for Emerald than I am with Hazel, but I do feel like with Ren's new ability, he might be able to that might be the final nail in the coffin to finally influence Hazel to the right side. So fingers crossed that does come around. But yeah, those are a few possibilities that I can see potentially happening with Ren's new abilities. But yeah, that was just really, really amazing. You know what else was really amazing though? Klein. You know what? This volume is bringing the return of quite a few people. Good Witch, the shop guy, who is very, very infamous in RWBY. And now we have Klein returning, so it was really amazing. But I don't know what I'm more shocked at more. Klein's return or Whitley being very, very compassionate, because like I said, as someone who I wasn't really a fan of Whitley. I think a lot of people weren't fans of Whitley, but what he did there was just tremendous stuff, and we just really appreciate Whitley. So kudos to Whitley for doing something amazing. And you know what? He's earned my respect because of that move. So good on Whitley. But I think it's been there, like him becoming a bit more considerate, I guess. I think there have been little seeds planted that, you know, I mean, not just with the abuse going on, but earlier this volume I did sense that maybe, you know, Whitley can potentially turn his, like, because you had Jacques, who was like, I'm sure Whitley's going to call my lawyer, and I was like hoping that Whitley wasn't going to do so. And I feel like there have been seeds planted in terms of Whitley becoming a bit more of a better person through this volume. So, yeah, that was amazing from Whitley. So good on him. But yeah, this was great. I also did note as well with Winter. This is one more thing before I do close things out. With Ren being able to read people's emotions, Winter had a flurry of petals, a flurry of emotions going on with her. Of course, we did know that she felt conflict regarding what, like when Ironwood stated his plans with the bomb, you saw how she was not a fan of that. So yeah, but it was very interesting to see Ren see a flurry of emotions going around Winter. So there is that. But yeah, this was a great episode. It was conflict mania, basically, with people not sure about what situation is right, and you know, we had people butt heads, so it was a really great episode of RWBY. But yeah, see you February, RWBY. And I'm really excited to see where we pick up with Penny now. Crash landing in front of the of the Schnee mansion. That's not going to be problematic now that Watts has the keys to Penny. So great. And that's just going to break my heart because of the Ruby-Penny relationship. And Ruby might have to take her down. Great. So I'll book in my reservation to be broken for February. That sounds good. But yeah, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right. If you want to check out more of my content, you can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel. If you guys enjoy this reaction, hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!